to Garcia. Off the deflection. Los Fresnos comes back and wins. Santa Maria will put up a three. Bang! Santa Maria!
Here's Warner. Here comes the head of the jam. Counted for two. Field. Adios! And the Falcons win on a walk-off. And it's saved. What a game.
Smacked to the left. That is gone.
Rafa Perez. That's my play. Off the backboard. Count it. And a win. And a win.
Good evening, welcome back here to Whataburger Field in Corpus Christi, Texas, where we bring you back to Game 2, our second semifinal. The winner faces off against the winner of Burleson, Corpus Christi veterans and San Antonio Stevens. We saw the Veterans Memorial Eagles win this one 6-3 in a matchup. Here on Real Sports Live's coverage of the Myers Classic here on Real Sports Live. We saw Tanner Johnson, third baseman for Corpus Christi Vets, going 2 for 3 from the plate at our Real Sports Live player of the game. You see on the mound warming up right there for the Ray Texans, Christian Martinez. He'll be swinging on the mound for the Texans here. We get the starting lineup for the Burleson Centennial Spartans out of Fort Worth, Texas. Leading things off, Matthew Sandcliffe, the second baseman. He's followed by the shortstop, Tristan Menchaca. Batting third at center field, River Kurz. Batting fourth and on the mound, Garrett McCoy. Pitch in there for a ball, 1-0 count. We kick things off. Carson Taylor. That one gets a piece of the leadoff hitter, Stancliffe, and he'll take a trip on down to first base. Stancliffe hit by a pitch, he'll start things off. Batting fifth, Carson Taylor. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Logan Taylor. Batting seventh, Michael Maron, the DH. Batting eighth, Parker Womack, the third baseman. Rounding up the lineup in right field, Peyton Tuggle.
ISD. Excellence is our tradition.
Here, so they say he went back. They're going to say he didn't go for the pitch, so they're going to restart things off. Stancliffe steps back into the box. As Martinez deals, pitch on the way. And outside for a ball, 1-0 count. See right there on your screen, Christian Martinez on the mound for the Ray Texans, ranked number 1 in the state in the 5A Region 4 level. Pitch in there for a strike. And from the top of the first, Matthew Sandcliffe lead things off. 1-1 count. This one popped up high, going to be tracked down by the catcher, Everett. Now I'm going to veer off out of play into the seats, about 4 or 5 rows up here in the grandstand. Once again, coming to you from Whataburger Field in Corpus Christi, Texas. Lucky fan right there, dropping the ball off. And coming to you from Whataburger Field, Ruben Rodriguez on the call. Riza Maripa on the camera, Joe Gomez manning the switcher. So 1-2 count, currently sitting in here with the bases empty on Stancliffe. This one in hard to the shortstop. That's Bell who makes the stop. The throw to first, going to be in time. 1 away. So leadoff hitter Matthew Stancliffe grounds out to get things started off here in the top of the first. You see Jack Bell on your screen. We'll give you the defensive setup for the Ray Texans here on the infield. First base, Kevin Goss. Lucas Tinajero in second base. Dylan Quezada at third. Jack Bell at short. Christian Martinez on the mound. Miguel Everett. Pitch on the way. And there for a strike. And we go back to the outfield here. Jack Spence in left, Ryan Rodriguez in center, and Luis Morales sitting in right for the Ray Texans. So 1 count, currently sitting in here on the shortstop, Tristan Menchaca. That one skips off the dirt. See it right there. Tristan Menchaca playing short for the Burleson Centennial Spartans out of Fort Worth, Texas, District 8 5A, led by skipper Art Senado, the Ray Texans by Orlando Ruiz. And both these teams in the 5A, so a chance they can possibly face off in the postseason. So 1-1 pitch on the way as Martinez deals. This one hit hard to the second base, and that's Tinajero who makes the stop. The throw to first in time, quickly 2 away. Right there, one of the key players to watch on your screen, Lucas Tinajero. The infield is full of stars. Quesada at third, Jack Bell at short, Tinajero at second, and Kevin Goss, a major prospect to look out for on this Ray Texan squad. This brings in the third hitter in the lineup. River Curtis is playing center field. Is that one missing for a ball, 1-0 count. That pitch in the dirt makes it a 2-0 count once again now on the center fielder Kurz. An defensive setup right there for the Ray Texans. Steps back on, 2-0 pitch on the way. That one skips off the dirt. It's a 3-0 count quickly remaining here now on River Kurz. On deck and on the mound, Garrett McCoy. River Kurz trying to keep this inning alive. Martinez awaits his sign from Everett, pitch on the way. That one skips into the dirt for a walk. So River Kurz walks on down the first. First runner on base here with 2 away in the top half of the first inning.
Pitcher number 22, Garrett McCoy.
Brings in now Garrett McCoy, who's on the mound for the Burleson Centennial Spartans. Again, so a runner on first here with 2 away in the top half of the inning. It's Christian Martinez here waiting to go. First pitch on the way. That one missing for a ball, 1-0 count. You see there on first base, River Kurz. They're walking. They're seeing 4 straight balls. Big 1-0 pitch on the way coming in now from Martinez. This one hammered hard and deep. Tracked down by the left fielder. Spence reels it in. Now retire the sign here, so they're going to leave runners stranded on first as we go to the bottom of the first after this. Burleson and Ray all tied up, and we're no run to peace. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Our industry-skilled jobs include industrial, marine industries, oil and gas, commercial construction, and renewable energy. We offer work close to home, so you can spend more time with those you love. Lead staffing, putting people to work, and changing lives daily.
We are the Centennial High School cheerleaders, and you're watching Rio Sports Live. Woo!
Uniforms, etc., you're going to find the opportunity to purchase the best high-quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles, how about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you, Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
We are the Roy Taylor High School cheerleaders, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both. Sunrises and...
Get a Real Sports Live, as you see right here on your screen. Garrett McCoy on the mound for the Centennial Spartans. First pitch on the way. Allen missing for a ball, 1-0 count. Ending things off here now for the Ray Texans center fielder Ryan Rodriguez. He faces a 1-0 count, pitch on the way. Allen missing, so a 2-0 count early on the center fielder here in the bottom half of the first inning. Big 2-0 on the way. That one goes in there for a strike. The first strike thrown in this at-bat here lead things off in the bottom half of the first inning for the Ray Texans. On deck, the second baseman, Lucas Tinajero. He's followed by the shortstop, Jack Bell. Batting fourth and behind the plate, Miguel Everett is the 2-1 on the way. That one just a bit outside, makes it a 3-1 count. Big pitch on the way. In there for a strike, so now the lengthy battle continuing here between Rodriguez and McCoy. You see right there on your screen, Garrett McCoy on the mound. It's a big 3-2 payoff pitch on the way. That one missing. That's going to be a walk on down to first base for Ryan Rodriguez. So both pitchers already allowing a walk here this first inning. His leadoff hitter Ryan Rodriguez takes a walk on down to first.
Second baseman number 3, Lucas.
Now this brings in the second baseman, Lucas Tijanero, will get recorded that second out in the top half of the first inning. He steps in for his first at-bat at work, coming to you from Whataburger Field here in Corpus. First pitch on the way. That one going to be bunted back, but goes off foul. In an 0-1 count, quickly sitting in here on the second baseman, Tinajero. Big 0-1 count sitting here on Tinajero. McCoy kicks and deals, pitch on the way. This one hammered hard. That one's going to be a base hit here now for Ray. A single to get things started off. The first hit of the ball game, towards second baseman Lucas Tinajero. He gets on here with the single in the bottom half of the first. That one hard hit. Replay here presented by South Padre Island. Find your trip at SoPadre.com.
The shortstop, number 1.
Got hit hard into the outfield. Now this brings the shortstop, Jack Bell. He steps in for his first at-bat here, the third hitter in his lineup for the Ray Texans, led by Orlando Ruiz. Again, McCoy here now trying to get Burleson Centennial out his little jam going on here in Whataburger Field. Pitch on the way. Now a bunt here, going to stay fair. Picked up by McCoy to throw to first, going to be in time. Sack bunt plays off as both runners would advance 90 feet.
The catcher number 16, Miguel Everett.
That puts one away here in the bottom half of the first inning as we bring in now Miguel Everett, the backstop for the Ray Texans. Again, defensive setup for the Centennial Spartans. Logan Taylor at first, Matthew Stancliffe at second, Womack at third, Menchak at short. McCoy on the mound, Schmidt behind the plate. First pitch on the way. In there for a strike, 0-1 count to get things started off on the catcher Everett. No balls, one strike going out here. In the bottom half of the first inning right there, McCoy. Played third base in that matchup against Corpus Christi Moody. As the 0-1 on the way. This one hammered hard, has a lot of kick behind it. That goes off foul. So 0-2 count now sitting on Everett. We have on deck now Kevin Goss, the first baseman. McCoy here looking for his first strikeout of the afternoon. 0-2 pitch on the way. This one hammered hard down, going to be stopped by the second baseman. The throw to first going to be in time. Sack ground out pays off. Great play by Matthew Stancliffe, but regardless, a run comes in here for the Ray Texans. So a sack ground out pays off by Miguel Everett. The runner comes in the form of Ryan Rodriguez. This one hit hard down the left field, giving chase on it is Taylor. That one goes into the seats foul as he covered a lot of ground to try to get to it. See McCoy right there already with 2 away in this bottom half of the first, looking for his first strikeout. Both pitchers yet to throw a strike in this one as the 0-1 pitch on the way. That one fouled off. Keeping Goss, the first baseman, comes in, the lefty first baseman. And quickly behind in an 0-2 count with 2 away in the bottom half of the first. Kicks and deals, the 0-2 on the way. That one upstairs, 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Keevan Goss, the first baseman. Big 0-2 pitch coming on the way. One fouled back to the backstop. There you see on your screen, Keevan Goss, a key prospect on his Ray Texan squad. And this whole infield for Corpus Christi Ray, a powerhouse infield, one of the best in 29-5A, not South Texas. There's a 1-2 count currently sitting in here. It's on the way. This one hammered hard, but goes off foul and out of play. Skips off a few seats. So 1-2 count here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 away in the bottom half of the first inning. Big 1-2 pitch on the way. That one upstairs evens up the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A runner on third here for the Ray Texans. After a sack ground out by Miguel Everett, brings in the runner Ryan Rodriguez. Coley set the fire, a 2-2 pitch on the way. That one upstairs, a 3-2 count now coming in. On Keevan Goss, once a deck. Left fielder Jack Spence on deck for the Ray Texans. It's a big pitch on the way, the 3-2 payoff pitch. Big swing and a miss, strike 3 called. Ray gets a run coming in, they'll leave a runner stranded on third as Garrett McCoy gets his first strikeout of the game. To the top of the second we go. Ray leads 1-0. You're watching Real Sports Live.
237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas. There's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past? First pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both. Sunrises and sunsets daily. Memories made all day. Live music and great food round out your visit. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
The Brownsville Independent School District continues to provide a safe environment for enriching education. From pre-K3 to early college high school, the award-winning district has advanced its legacy in curriculum, athletics, and fine arts. Teachers are driving the frontier of technology, bringing industry to the classroom. On and off the field, Brownsville ISD students engage in the experiences that make them college and career ready. Brownsville Independent
Sports Live, top of the second inning is a hard hit shot. That one goes foul down the right field line. 0-1 count sitting in. Leadoff hitter Carson Taylor here in the top of the second. He's followed by the first baseman Logan Taylor. And as Ray leaves a runner stranded, but they tack a run in as the 0-1 pitch on the way now on Taylor. That one skips off the dirt, evens up the count at 1-1. So we were talking about Ray before the break. They're ranked number 7 in the state, 5A. But if you want to put him in Region 4 only, it's a hard hit shot down. Back on the mound here to Martinez. Slow roller to first in time, 1 away. Leadoff hitter Carson Taylor grounds out. But again, a few moments ago, I was saying Ray ranked number 7 in the state for the 5A classification. But if you want to talk about what they do in Region 4, they're ranked number 1.
Number 3, Logan Taylor.
course. Region 1 for Burleson. Centennial pitch on the way. As the first baseman, Logan Taylor, sees a ball to start his at battle, 1-0 count. In the first game, Corpus Christi Vets defeated San Antonio Stevens 6-3. It's a hard hit shot. Good stop by the second baseman, Tinajero. The throw to first in time. Ryan Tinajero, or Lucas Tinajero, excuse me, with a great stop there to put 2 away.
The DH number 27, Michael.
A highlight reel here presented by South Padre Island. Find your trip at SoPadre.com. A hard hit shot and a bullet by Logan Taylor. Going to be stopped here by Lucas Tinajero. Here's a 1-0 count sitting in here now. On the DH, Michael Maron. So here's a quick meeting on the mound between Miguel Everett and Christian Martinez. Martinez yet to throw a strikeout. McCoy had his first to put an end to the bottom half of the first inning. So 1-0 count currently sitting in here. Pitch on the way. Big swing and a miss, evens up the count at 1-1. And we thank you for tuning in here for second semifinal. The winner of this one faces off against CC Vets in our 5 o'clock championship game. As that one misses for a 2-1 count, now sitting in here on DH Michael Maron. That one bit 2 inside, 2-1 count now sitting in. Big 2-1 on the way. That one just a bit outside. That puts a runner on first with 2 away here.
Third baseman number 18, Parker Womack.
This brings up the third baseman, Parker Womack. Womack, the third baseman, coming in with 2 away and a runner on first here in the top half of the second inning. As Everett kicks and deals, first pitch on the way. This one hammered hard, but goes off out of the park and foul, 0-1 count. There you see on first base, Kevin Goss taking a big lead off there is Michael Maron, the DH, who walked a few moments ago. First walk allowed by the Ray Texans. 0-1 pitch on the way. This one hammered hard and high to center. Going back on it now is Rodriguez, who tracks it down and gets the reel in. Same case here with Centennial. They're going to leave a runner stranded on first. To go to the bottom of the second after this, Ray still leads 1-0. You're watching Real Sports Live.
We are the Centennial High School cheerleaders, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
If you want to get in the game, come to Mira Sports and more. Basketball gloves and uniforms too, customized for you. Your family tradition, from generation to generation. From Pee Wee to the MLBs, you can count on us. Your hometown sporting goods store since '76. Mira Sports and more, where kids get cool stuff.
Come on down to Staple Street Meat Market with the best selection of quality meats, beef ribs, Angus beef fajitas, and Staple Street brand sausage, featuring our new authentic family recipe for pony spices. Check out our weekly specials. Your one-stop shop for everything you need for your next barbecue: ice, charcoal, wood, and adult beverages. We are your local football headquarters. Look for our new location coming early 2022 at 7418 South Staple Street. We're a proud advertising partner with Real Sports Live and the Coastal Band and RGV, and supporting all our local sports and athletes. Staple Street Meat Market.
We are the Roy Miller High School cheerleaders.
Back here to Real Sports Live, bottom of the second inning, leading things off now. The left fielder Jack Spence as we go to the bottom half of the second inning. Thank you for tuning in to Real Sports Live's coverage of the 18th Annual Mira's Baseball Classic. Coming to you from Day 3, Whataburger Field in Corpus Christi, Texas. Home with the Hooks, AA affiliate of the Houston Astros. So 1-0 count to start things off on the left fielder, Jack Spence. Ray knocked on a run in the bottom half of the first after sack ground out by Miguel Everett. 1-0 pitch on the way. Big swing and a miss, evens up the count at 1-1. Ruben Rodriguez on the call. Rudy Zamaripa on the camera, manning the switcher. Oh, Gomez also doing a heck of a job on the camera in our first game. pitch on the way. Big swing and a miss, a 1-2 count now sitting in. Big 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3 called. Strikeout to end the bottom of the first and one to begin the bottom of the second. Jack Spence goes down swinging. Strikeout number 2 now for the righty, Garrett McCoy. One away here in the bottom half of the second as this brings in Dylan Quesada, the third baseman. Sees one go low for a ball, 1-0 count. That pitch missing, a 2-0 count now sitting in here. In there for a strike, 2-1 count now. Kicks and deals, the 2-1 on the way. This one hits sharply to the third base side. That's a base hit. A single here with one away now for the third baseman, Dylan Quesada. Just got it past Parker Womack at third. So a single here to get things started off hit-wise for CC Ray. No runs, no hits, no errors here for Burleson Centennial. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for Corpus Christi Ray. This brings in the DH, Frankie Aldrete. Aldrete, who's DHing for Martinez. McCoy deals in the first pitch on the way. 1-0 count currently sitting in here on Aldrete. See on first, Dylan Quesada after that huge single with 1 away. The bottom half of the second inning. 1-0 pitch on the way. In there for a strike, evens up the count at 1-1. Kenneth Aldrete steps in for his first stab out of the day in the bottom half of the second. On deck, the last of the lineup, right fielder Luis Morales. In the hole, the top of the lineup, Brian Rodriguez. McCoy deals this one, the 1-1 on the way. This one hammered hard, going to be a good stop by Womack, a chance for a double play. They got it. A 5-4-3 here. Look at the replay presented by Josh Loans. Beautiful play here. Again, a 5-4-3 from Womack to Stancliffe to Taylor. It's a hard chopper. You see right there, Womack makes the stop. A 5, 4, and a 3. A CC Ray will leave a runner stranded. We're going to play for a few moments. You're watching Real Sports Live. After 2 innings of baseball complete, the Texans on top 1-0. Top of the third after this.
Success. That's why we are opening the Harlingen CISD Early Childhood Academy for pre-K students. At HCISD, we provide these opportunities for our youngest learners to foster their imagination and let their curiosity run while they develop their love for learning. These are the early steps to success, and Harlingen CISD is with them every step of the way.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
If you wanna get in the game, come to Mira Sports and more. Basketball gloves and uniforms too, customized for you. Your family tradition, from generation to generation. From Pee Wee to the MLBs, you can count on us. Your hometown sporting goods store since '76. Mira Sports and more, where kids get cool stuff.
Forever Memories and with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl that's as good as it gets.
Real Sports Live, 0-1 count, a hard hit ball. Goes foul down the left field line. 0-2 count now sitting in here in the top of the third inning. A beautiful double play. Turned here for a 5-4-3. Womack connecting to Stancliffe, who connected to Taylor to put an end to that inning. And Ray still on top, 1-0. Putting things off here, Parker Womack, or Peyton Tuggle, excuse me. No 2 pitch on the way towards Tuggle. Swing and a miss, strike 3 called, 1 away. We have out number 1 in the top of the third, strikeout number 1.
Second baseman number 6, Matthew Stancliffe.
For Christian Martinez. You go back here to the top of the lineup in the form of Matthew Stancliffe, the second baseman. Hammers one hard. That one gonna drop for a base hit. 1 away and a single to get things started off by Matthew Stancliffe, who grounded out in the top of the first. He's 1 for 2 from the plate now. And as this brings in Tristan Menchaca, the shortstop. Menchaca 0 for 1, grounded out in the top of the first inning. He waits this sign and gets it, a big pitch on the way. Big swing and a miss, 0-1 count. Here, Menchaca, a shortstop, trying to get something going with that runner on first. The last few innings we've saw hit pro teams with a runner on first, but quickly turned into a double play or an out. 0-1 on the way. Wide pitch here, sips up in the glove of Everett. A 1-1 count now sitting in here on Menchaca.
Customized for you, family tradition, from generation to generation. From
1-1 count currently sitting in. Norman Chaka. One pitch on the way. This one hits to the third baseman. Going to be a good stop. The throw to first. Off the bag. In time, but off the bag. So runners now on the corners. Chaco get on board with a single here. Now the tying run 90 feet away with 1 away for the Centennial Spartans. As Dylan Quezada had a great stop on a slow 1-hop. Throw a bit too high, got Goss off the bag. Brings in River Kurz, center fielder. First pitch on the way. It's dragged off the bag. And both runners taking leads off. Stancliffe at third, Menchaca at first. First pitch on the way, now going to be dragged off again. As both Stancliffe and Menchaca playing some mind games now. Both taking big leads off the bag, trying to draw a distraction from Martinez. And a throw back to first on a pickoff attempt, not in time. In 86 degrees and clear skies in Corpus Christi. First pitch on the way. This one hit hard and high to left center. Going on it now is Rodriguez. Now it's going to be reeled in now by Spence as a run going to come in. So a sac fly, runner tags up from third. We have a brand new ball game here in the top of the third inning with 2 away. So River Kurz will go 1 for 2 with the sac fly to bring a runner in, and we're brand new ball game here in the top of the third.
Pitcher number 22, Garrett McCoy.
This brings in Garrett McCoy. See the Centennial Spartans there getting excited. Trying to rally behind. Long drive for them. A 6-hour drive from Fort Worth, Texas. If you're watching from Fort Worth, special hello to you from Real Sports Live. High pop up, but that one's just going to go off. That's a few rows behind us here in the press box. Coming to you from the home press box at Whataburger Field. So no one count sitting in. No one count currently sitting in here now on Garrett McCoy. 2 away. Martinez looking for a chance to get out of this inning and avoid another run coming in. Insurance run at first base. Runner going on a pickoff attempt. The throw going to hop off the bag of Tinajero. Runner stealing here. 1-1 count currently sitting in here now on McCoy. That one missing. 2-1 count now sitting in. Chaka just stole second a few moments ago, and he's taking a big lead off once again. You see him there on your screen from the batter's eye cam. That one high. It's going to be a 3-1 count now sitting in on McCoy. And Chaka singled early on the top of the third, and he just moved up off a stolen base. Christian Martinez trying to get the Texans out of trouble here in the top of the third. 3-1 pitch on the way. That one just low, so now runners on first and second. It's another walked batter here, the first being Michael Maron. Now it's Garrett McCoy. Now runners sitting at first and second for the Centennial Spartans as this brings in Taylor as we come full circle in the lineup. We started off in the top of the second with Taylor.
For the Spartans, number 11, Alex Dominguez. At the plate, Carson Taylor.
Dominguez here now, pinch running at first. So left fielder Carson Taylor comes in. Pitch on the way. This one hit hard sharply towards the shortstop. Bell connects off to 4. Now we're tied on the side, but Burleson Centennial gets a run back, and we're tied once again as we go to the bottom of the third. Spartans leave runners stranded on first and second. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
If you want to get in the game, come to Mira Sports and more. Basketball gloves and uniforms too, customized for you. Your family tradition, from generation to generation. From Pee Wee to the MLBs, you can count on us. Your hometown sporting goods store since '76. Mira Sports and more, where kids get cool stuff.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the...
Real Sports Live, hard hit ball goes foul. Right fielder Luis Morales, the last of the lineup, leading things off here in the bottom half of the third inning. A tie ball game between Centennial and Corpus Christi Ray. Sack fly by River Curtis brings the runner in. A hard hit shot back to McCoy. On the mound, he's going to walk this one to first in time, one away. And we go back to the top of the lineup in the form of Ryan Rodriguez, the center fielder. Rodriguez walked in the bottom of the first inning off base on balls. Brings in Rodriguez, technically 1 for 1 from the plate today. McCoy waits his sign, kicks and deals, pitch on the way. Oh, and missing 1-0 count, now sitting in. Big 1-0 pitch on the way. That one just a bit downstairs. A 2-0 count sitting in here on the center fielder, Ryan Rodriguez. On deck, Lucas Tinajero, the second baseman. Had some great stops in this matchup so far. 2-0 pitch on the way. In there for a strike, 2-1 count now on the center fielder, Rodriguez. In that Spartan infield, Taylor at first, Stancliffe at second, Womack at third, Menchak at short. 2-1 pitch on the way. This one hit hard back towards the second baseman. That's Stancliffe who makes the stop to throw to first. Perfect and on the money in time, 2 away. 2 back-to-back groundouts here to get the first 2 out in the bottom of the third in order. Centennial Spartans looking to get a 1-2-3 in the bottom half of the third inning here. In the box score here, 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for Centennial. 1 run, 2 hit, no error, practically identical between Corpus Christi Ray and Burleson Centennial. Just brings in Lucas Tinajero, the second baseman. Here in the bottom half of the third inning, takes his second at bat. He singled in the bottom half of the first. This one fouled back to the screen, 0-1 count. It's a big 0-1 count on the way. Missing, that's a 1-1 count now sitting in here on Tinajero. I think all those tuning in here from the Coastal Bend, the Rio Grande Valley, and the DFW. 1-1 on the way. This one hit back to the second baseman, Sandcliffe, who takes a slow roller to third, throw to first in time. So 1-2-3 hitting in the bottom half of the third, and after 3 innings of baseball complete, we're tied at 1 run apiece. Top of the fourth after this, you're watching Real Sports Live.
High school cheerleaders, and you're watching Real Sports Live!
Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both. Sunrises and sunsets daily. Memories made all day. Live music and great food round out your visit. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
LEAD has relationships with multiple industry leaders. Whether you're looking for project-based work or long-term employment, you decide. Our industry-skilled jobs include industrial, marine industries, oil and gas, commercial construction, and renewable energy. We offer work close to home, so you can spend more time with those you love. LEAD Staffing, putting people to work and changing lives daily.
Back here to Real Sports Live, Christian Martinez's day is done. He's going to finish off with 1 strikeout as here in this top of the fourth inning. Nick Talavera now on the mound for the Ray Texans as he warms up. We'll still wait for a few moments here at the top of the fourth after this. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Uniforms, etc., you're going to find the opportunity to purchase the best high-quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past? First pressings, collectibles. How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, Blues.
Back here to Real Sports Live, top of the fourth inning. Once again, Nick Talavera now on the mound for the Rays Texans. Of course, Orlando Ruiz making some adjustments defensively. Brand new ball game, a hard hit ball goes foul down the left field line, 0-1 count. First baseman Logan Taylor leading things off in the top half of the fourth inning. It's been a good game so far here. We had a great one last night between Alice and PSG North. Started off at 9:59 p.m., got out there around 1:30. Very late start from Cabinets, but it was a fun one here. Ali Aparici was also quarterback for the PSG North Raiders. Hit the walk-off hit. And what's a very good game between Alice and PSG North. The Coyotes at a 31-4, a really, really good baseball team to look out for in the 4A level. It's a 1-1 count. That one skips, makes it a 2-1 ahead now on the first baseman, Logan Taylor. Taylor 0 for 1 after grounding out in the top of the second inning. To get things started off here. Talavera kicks and deals, 2-1 on the way. This one chopped down the left field line, foul again, so the count evens up at 2-2 on deck. DH Michael Maron, who walked in his first at bat in the top of the second inning. Here, a beautiful day for baseball, Whataburger Field. Talavera awaiting his sign, 2-2 pitch on the way. Now one missing for a ball. Now full count sitting in on the first baseman, Logan Taylor. Again, Michael Maron, the DH on deck for the Burleson Centennial Spartans. 3-2 on the way. This one hit hard and deep to center. Going back on it is Rodriguez, who calls it off and reels it in, one away. Lead-off hitter Logan Taylor will fly out here with one away now as this brings in Michael Maron, the DH. Again, Maron DHing for Donnie Schmidt, who's behind the plate for the Spartans. Again, that infield for the Ray Texans the same, however. Goss at first, Inahedo at second, Quesada at third, Bell at short. Pitch on the way. This one hammered hard. One just missing the light post here, 0-1 count. Yeah, not like Cabinets Field. We saw a home run, a 3-run home run in the top of the first. Chris Escamilla from Corpus Christi. Moody actually hit one against Burleson Centennial last night. 0-1 on the way. That one goes low now, in 1-1 count sitting in here. On Michael Maron, the DH. Maron, who's DHing here now. Once again for Johnny Schmidt, who's behind the plate. It's a huge 1-1 pitch on the way. In there for a strike. 1-2 count now sitting on Maron. Third baseman Parker Womack on deck. We saw Womack turn that beautiful double play in the bottom half of the second inning. That 5-4-3 play. 1-2 on the way by Talavera. Finds him, strike 3 called. 2 away, welcome to the show, Nick Talavera. He gets out, number 2 off a strikeout. On the DH, Michael Maron, as this brings in the last of the lineup. Parker Womack here in this order, and then on deck, the rounding up the lineup, Parker Womack. Peyton Tuggle, excuse me. A little bit of a tongue twister right there. As this brings in Parker Womack, the third baseman. Womack 0 for 1 after flying out in the top of the second inning. That one missing, that's a 1-0 count now sitting in on the third baseman. And that Texan outfield also the same. Spenson left, Rodriguez in center, Morales at right. Hard hit ball towards the shortstop. Bell bobbles it. No throw will be made. It's going to be ruled in error. So on base off an error is Parker Womack. Now a runner on first here with 2 away. And we've been seeing this common trend all tournament long. We also saw it at the Brownsville tournament on Thursday. Every time there's a runner, every time there's 2 away, the bats start coming alive. The hits start coming in for either side. The classic example of so close but yet so far.
13, Peyton Tuggle.
This brings in Peyton Tuggle, the right fielder. Tuggle struck out. He was the lone strikeout by Christian Martinez. And 2 Spartans have struck out. The first one was Tuggle by Martinez, and then now Talavera just struck out. Let's go. The DH Manon as this one fouled back to the net. 0-1 count. Peyton Tuggle, the right fielder, the last of the lineup on deck. We round up the lineup for a third time. Matthew Stancliffe. Taking a big lead on first is Womack. Keeping an eye on him is Talavera. He awaits his sign from Everett. 0-1 pitch on the way. That one high, 1-1 count now sitting in here on the right fielder Tuggle. Art Sonato, the head skipper here. We're the Centennial Spartans out of District 858 in the Fort Worth area. This one rocketed towards, going to be in the base hit. So rocket towards center. Rounding third now, he's going to try to go to third, rounding second. So a slide-in double here for Peyton Tuggle. Now it's 2 runs in scoring position, the leading run. Sitting 90 feet at third, the insurance run sitting in at second. It's Peyton Tuggle here with a slide-in double as this brings in Matthew Stancliffe, second baseman in the top of the lineup.
Number 6, Matthew Stancliffe.
In the top of the 4th inning. Talavera waits his sign here from Everett and gets it. First pitch on the way. Out and upstairs, 1-0 count. Again, folks, every time there's 2 outs in this tournament, we've been seeing the hits start coming alive for either side. Chance here now for Centennial to get a run in and get the leading run 90 feet away. At second, Tuggle. Womack at third, taking a big lead. Talavera kicks and deals, the 1-0 pitch on the way. In there for a strike count, even up at 1-1. Getting 2 away, 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. On deck, the center fielder, Tristan Chalk, the shortstop. Stancliffe here, currently 1 for 2 from the plate. Pitch on the way. This one in hard here, going to be a 1-hop to the second baseman, and the throw goes off the pitcher, and 1 run comes in and 2 runs come in off an error. Centennial takes a 3-1 lead here now in the top of the 4th. Matthew Stancliffe singles off an error. A good stop here by Lucas Dinajero, and he tossed it out to Nick Talavera. That one just popped off his glove. So once again, Stancliffe gets on off an error, and that brings in 2 runs as the Spartans now lead 3-1 here in the top of the 4th with 2 away. Go back here to the shortstop, Tristan Menchaca. Now things slowly starting to spiral out of control here for Rays. A hard hit shot to left, being tracked down by Spence, and he reels it in. First pitch fly out for Tristan Menchaca, but 2 runs come in off an error. The Spartans now lead 3-1 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Uniforms, etc., you're going to find the opportunity to purchase the best high-quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
We are the Roy Taylor High School cheerleaders, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both. Sunrises and sunsets daily. Memories made all day. Live music and great food round out your visit. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
Back here to Real Sports Live, bottom half of the 4th inning, a hard hit shot by the shortstop Bell. Going back on it is Taylor. Reels it in at the warning track, 1 away. hard hit fly ball. That's set in here by the shortstop, Jack Bell, as he flies out to kick things off in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Brings in the catcher, Miguel Everett. Miguel Everett had that sacrifice ground out to move the runners up. Here's Gary McCoy back for his 4th inning of work. Pitch outside, 1-0 count again. We already saw Ray make that pitching change in the top half of the inning. Nick Dalveda coming in, already has a strikeout. Gary McCoy here through 4 innings with 2 strikeouts. In there for a strike, evens it up at 1-1. In the Spartan infield, Taylor at first, Stancliffe at second, Womack. And at third, Menchaca at short, as you see right there, McCoy. Trying to get strikeout number 3 for himself. That one just misses the zone, 2-1 count. Now sitting in here on the catcher, Miguel Everett. Kevin Goss, the first baseman on deck for the Ray Texans. Again, winner of this one moves up to the championship game at 5 o'clock today to take on Corpus Christi Vets, who knocked off San Antonio Stevens 6-3. Tanner Johnson, our Real Sports Live player of the game. Finished off 2 for 3 from the plate. That pitch missing for a ball. 3-1 count now sitting in on Everett. Three-one pitch on the way. This one hit sharply down the line, stays fair, good stop. It's going to be ruled foul. Great stop here by the first baseman, Logan Taylor. I don't think it was just going to stay fair, but veers off foul at the last moment. Now a full count sitting in here on Miguel Everett. And McCoy here looking to get out number 2 for the Spartans on defense. Miguel Everett here, the second hitter in this order. The bottom half of the 4, kicks and deals, 3-2 payoff pitch on the way. In there, strike 3 called. Strikeout number 3 here now for Garrett McCoy, as quickly 2 away in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Replay here presented by South Padre Island, Pioneer Trip at SoPadre.com. We'll go to the full screen replay presented by Josh Moody Loans in Harlingen as McCoy dishes one in there, finds the low outside portion of the plate. Excuse me. Now we're missing for a ball, 1-0 count. And strikeout number 3 for Garrett McCoy through 4 innings of work. Now 2 away here in this bottom half of the 4th inning as Kevin Goss, the first baseman, comes in. 1-0 pitch on the way. This one hits sharply down to center field. That's a base hit for Kevin Goss and the Texans. He gets on board with a single. In same case, 2 away. Now the bats start coming alive for either side. Kevin Goss gets on with the single. This brings in the left fielder, Jack Spence.
Left fielder, number 7, Jack Spence.
Jack Spence come in here for his second at bat, 0 for 1 after striking out in the bottom half of the 2nd inning. He was McCoy's second strikeout. McCoy dishes this one in there for a strike, 0-1 count. Here the sun slowly starting to creep off into the clouds. 0-1 pitch on the way. In there for a strike, so 2 straight strikes thrown in by McCoy towards the left fielder, Jack Spence. It's a big play coming up here. Big pitch to Chantier for out number 3 and strikeout number 4 for McCoy. As Spence steps out of the box, gets himself a little breather to regain composure. And the inning stays alive on deck. Dylan Quesada, the third baseman. McCoy punches it in. Now one upstairs, 1-2 count. Again, Kevin Goss, the lone runner on first here, after singling a few moments ago to center field. So 1-2 count now sitting in here. McCoy deals it in. One just missing the outside portion of the plate. 2-2 count now sitting in on the left fielder Spence. Once again on deck, Dylan Quesada, the third baseman. Quesada, 1 for 1, singled in the bottom of the 2nd. Looks to get another at bat here. McCoy dishes the 2-2 pitch on the way. This one hits sharply. That's going to stay fair for a base hit. Now coming in here is Goss. He's going to stay put here, so a stand-up double for Jack Spence. Josh really low. It's a hard hit ball. Just staying fair down the left field line. Now runners sitting at second and third for the Ray Texans. That's a stand-up double by Spence.
The third baseman, number 18, Dylan Quezada.
So the inning stays alive here with 2 away as third baseman Dylan Quesada comes in, 1 for 1 on the day. Pitch on the way. In there for a strike, 0-1 count. In here with 2 away, the bats continue to come alive for the Ray Texans. Back-to-back hits, a single by Kevin Dawson, a stand-up double by Jack Spence. Oh, 1 pitch on the way. That one just a bit outside. 1-1 count now sitting in on the third baseman Quesada. Again, Quesada singled in the bottom of the second inning. Both runners taking leads off second and third. Goss at third, Spence at second. McCoy steps off the mound and quickly back in. Waits his sign here from Schmidt. 1-1 on the way. This one hit hard and foul down the right field line, out of play. So 1-2 count now sitting in here on Quesada.
You can spend more time with those you love.
A 1-2 count sitting in. McCoy deals it in. In there, strike 3 call. Strikeout number 4 for Gary McCoy, and despite the threatening runners here by Ray, we remain with a 3-1 lead for the Spartans. After 4 innings of baseball complete, we go to the top of the 5th. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Uniforms, etc., you're gonna find the opportunity to purchase the best high-quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
We are the Roy Taylor High School cheerleaders, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both. Sunrises and sunsets daily. Memories made all day. Live music and great food round out your visit. So why wait? SoPadre.com.
The Brownsville Independent School District continues to provide a safe environment.
Back here, Real Sports Live. Top of the 5th inning, leading things off. River Kerrs, the center fielder, Harp hit ball to Tinajero. Reels it in, 1 away. Tinajero takes it off the 1 hop and feeds it off over to Kevin Goss at first. 1 away here now in the top half of the 5th inning. Gary McColl coming in here for a sports strikeout in his third at bat. He's 1 for 2. He flew out in the top of the 1st, and in the top of the 3rd he walked. Sees a strike go in his third at bat. But again, talk about what he's done on the mound. 4 strikeouts. He's only allowed 3 hits. Here's Nick Daveda back on the mound for 2nd inning of work. Came in to relieve in the top of the 4th after Christian Martinez was pulled with 1 strikeout. Nick Daveda with 1 strikeout currently. Looks to get a 1-2-3 inning defensively here for Corpus Christi Ray. Big swing and a miss, 0-2 count now sitting in. And on deck, Carson Taylor, the left fielder. Taylor 0 for 2 from the plate today. Daveda kicks in, the 0-2 on the way. This one hit sharply to third baseman. Quesada get the throw in time. Slow chopper towards third base. Dylan Quesada catches it on the one hop throw off over to Kevin Gons at first to put 2 away. Replay here presented by Josh Moody Loans in Harlingen. A hard hit ball. It was a slow roller too. It took it off the one hop. See Quesada slowly tracks it down to throw to first in time. This brings in Carson Taylor, left fielder. Again, this Ray infield has been exceptional so far. Goss at first, Ahedo at second, Quesada at third, Bell at short. Swinging a miss for a strike, 0-1 count to get things started off on Carson Taylor. Taylor in his third at bat, 0 for 2 from the plate today, grounding out in both in the top of the second and the top of the third. Shoots this one foul down the left field line, 0-2 count now on Taylor. Again, Ray looking for a 1-2-3 defensively. Burleson Centennial tacked on those 2 runs in the top half of the 4th inning. 0-2 pitch on the way. That one fouled back to the net. It's an 0-2 count continuing here on Carson Taylor with the potential final hitter in this top half of the 5th inning. Quickly 2 away after that ground out by McCoy and the fly out by Kurz. In there, strike 3 called. Strikeout number 2 for Nick Daveda. In a 1-2-3 inning after 2 ground outs and a strikeouts, we go to the bottom of the 5th. You're watching Real Sports Live.
When excellence in academics meets discovery on the court, in the arts, with institutions of higher education and beyond, we are the future leaders, and our success starts now. La Villa ISD, Cardinal Pride.
LEAD has relationships with multiple industry leaders. Whether you're looking for project-based work or long-term employment, you decide. Our industry-skilled jobs include industrial, marine industries, oil and gas, commercial construction, and renewable energy. We offer work close to home, so you can spend more time with those you love. LEAD Staffing, putting people to work and changing lives daily.
To Real Sports Live, bottom of the 5th inning, leading things off the DH Frankie Aldrete. He takes a big swing and a miss for a strike. Gary McCoy back for his 5th inning of work with 4 strikeouts. Nick Daveda just getting his second to put an end to the top of the 5th in a 1-2-3. Thank you for tuning in here to Baseball on Real Sports Live. The 18th Annual Myers Baseball Classic coming to you from Whataburger Field. That one fouled back, and 0-2 count now sitting in quickly on the DH Aldrete. Again, Aldrete DHing here for the pitcher spot. On deck, the last of the lineup, right fielder Luis Morales. McCoy deals the 0-2. That one's just low and away, 1-2 count now sitting in. Again, Garrett McCoy exceptional so far from the mound. More strikeouts here through 5 innings of work, 1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3 called. Make that strikeout number 5 as 1 away here in the bottom of the 5th. As the righty from Burleson Centennial continues to heat things up.
Right fielder number 6, Luis Morales.
This brings us back to the right fielder, Luis Morales, who's 0 for 1 after grounding out in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Again, McCoy just getting his 5th strikeout a few moments ago. First pitch on the way. This one hit Harper. You see the second baseman, Stancliffe. That one get past him. That's a base hit here now for Luis Morales. So single here coming in for the right fielder Morales with 1 away. Right extension by Matthew Stancliffe. That one just got past his glove. Hard bullet of a shot. This brings in the top of the lineup, Ryan Rodriguez. Rodriguez 1 for 2 today. He walked in the bottom of the first and grounded out in the bottom of the third. Here in his third at-bat of the day. Winner of this one takes on CC Veterans Memorial. That one fouled off down the right way, 0-1 count. See that infield once again. Taylor at first, Stancliffe at second, Womack at third, Menchaca currently sitting in here now at short. Big 0-1 pitch on the way. In there for a strike, 0-2 count. Just saw a few moments ago, Frank Eldether striking out to get things started off in the bottom of the fifth to give McCoy his 5th strikeout of the day. Again, you see there on first, Luis Morales taking a big lead as McCoy deals the 0-2. This one hit hard and sharply. That one going off a press box. Over down the left field line, so no 2 count remaining the same here on Ryan Rodriguez. Big 0-2 pitch on the way. That one just missing. That's a 1-2 count. Now sitting in here on the center fielder, Ryan Rodriguez. Second baseman Lucas Tijanero on deck. Tijanero 1 for 2 from the plate today. Yeah, but this Rays Hexen infield has also been very exceptional. And Karen McCoy continues to have that dominant presence on the mound with his 5 strikeouts. It's a 1-2 pitch sitting on the way. That one just a bit outside. Evens up the count at 2-2 on the center fielder Rodriguez. Again, these games are timed 2 hours. We just hit the hour mark. 56 minutes left to play in this one. 2-2 pitch on the way. In there, strike 3 call. Finds the high outside corner. And strikeout number 6 for Garrett McCoy with 2 away here in the bottom half of the 5th inning as McCoy just continues to be a dominant presence on the mound.
Second baseman number 3, Lucas Tinajero.
Right here, Ryan Rodriguez strikes out. This brings in Lucas Tinajero, a second baseman who comes in for his third at bat, 1 for 2 on the day, singling in the bottom of the first. He sees a strike in the low outside corner, 0-1 count now sitting in. You can hear the lone runner at first. Morales still taking a big lead off. McCoy dishes out the 0-1. This one hit hard. A line drive caught now by Parker Womack at third base. CC Ray will leave a runner stranded here a while. Garrett McCoy picks up 2 more strikeouts here as we complete 5 innings of baseball. Take a look at the replay of the line drive from Parker Womack. It's a rocket shot by Tinajero. And Womack just steps into it cleanly and fields it in with ease. So you go now to the top of the 6th after this. Look at a live view of the Harbor Bridge. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Brownsville ISD students engage in the experiences that make them college and career ready. Brownsville Independent School District, the best choice.
The most important moments in a child's life happen in their earliest years. Having a strong early childhood education enhances their future and success. That's why we are opening the Harlingen CISD Early Childhood Academy for pre-K students. At HCISD, we provide these opportunities for our youngest learners to foster their imagination and let their curiosity run while they develop their love for learning. These are the early steps to success, and Harlingen CISD is with them every step of the way.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
If you wanna get in the game, come to Mira Sports and more. Basketball gloves and uniforms too, customized for you. Your family tradition, from generation to generation. From Pee Wee to the MLBs, you can count on us, your hometown sporting goods store since.
Get a Real Sports Live, top of the 5th inning. Starting things off here with the ball. Laying things off now. Logan Taylor, the first baseman. That one missing a 2-0 count, currently sitting in now. Again, Logan Taylor here currently 0 for 2, grounding out in the top of the 2nd, then flew out in the top of the 4th. 2-0 pitch on the way. This one hit to the third baseman, gonna be gloved to throw across the diamond in time. Textbook fielding right there now by Dylan Casado. Steps into the throw and puts one away to start things off in the top of the 5th in what's been a very defensive battle so far. But Burleson Centennial, thanks to that standout top of the 4th, have been tacking on run after run. Here's one away now. Leadoff hitter Taylor grounds out as the DH. Michael Maron comes in. Swings this one foul down the left field line. Winds up in the Texan dugout on 1 count. Thank you for tuning in here to this coverage of the Mira's Baseball Classic, coming to you from Whataburger Field, Day 3. Check swing, but he does go. That's a strike. 0-2 count now sitting in on Maron. Nick Talavera currently sitting in here with 2 strikeouts. His counterpart, Garrett McCoy, has been red hot from the mound. 6 strikeouts. 0-2 pitch on the way. That one upstairs. 1-2 count. Give it the box score here. For Burleson Centennial, 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors. For the Texans, 1 run, 5 hit, 2 errors. Big 1-2 pitch on the way. In there and a swing and a miss. Strike 3 called. Out number 2. Strikeout number 3 for Nick Talvedo. Came in to relieve in the top of the 4th inning. It's now quickly 2 away here in unison in the top half of the 5th inning.
The third baseman, number 18, Parker Womack.
Brings in Parker Womack. Womack here 1 for 2. He singled off an error in his last at-bat. He pops up one high. Going back on it now with Spence. Near the warning track and makes the grab. 1-2-3 inning here offensively for the Ray Texans. Again, a defensive battle continuing here, but the Spartans still on top 3-1. If we go to the bottom of the 5th, you're watching Real Sports Live.
We are the Centennial High School cheerleaders, and you're watching Real Sports Live. Woo!
If you want to get in the game, come to Mira Sports and more. Basketball gloves and uniforms too, customized for you. Your family tradition, from generation to generation. From Pee Wee to the MLBs, you can count on us. Your hometown sporting goods store since '76. Mira Sports and more, where kids get cool stuff.
Come on down to Staples Street Meat Market with the best selection of quality meats, beef ribs, Angus beef fajitas, and Staples Street brand sausage, featuring our new authentic family recipe for pony spices. Check out our weekly specials. Your one-stop shop for everything you need for your next barbecue: ice, charcoal, wood, and adult beverages. We are your local football headquarters. Look for our new location coming early 2022 at 7418 South Staples Street. We're a proud advertising partner with Real Sports Live and the Coastal Band and RGV, and supporting all our local sports and athletes. Staples Street Meat Market.
We are the Roy Taylor High School cheerleaders, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Real Sports Live, bottom of the 5th inning. That one in there for a strike. Finds a high portion of the zone. Leading things off to shortstop Jack Bell. He's followed by the catcher Miguel Everett. And the first baseman, Kevin Goss, here in the bottom of the 5th as McCoy back on the mound with 6 strikeouts. He continues to have a dominant run here. 0-1 pitch on the way. This one hit sharply to the first baseman, Taylor, who gloves it and steps into the bag, 1 away. Again, we've been seeing this dominant presence on defense from either side. The last 2 innings have been a 1-2-3 for Ray, 1-2-3 inning for Burleson Centennial. Now a Ray's back on offense.
The catcher, number 16, Miguel Everett.
Jack Bell, the leadoff hitter in the bottom of the 5th, grounds out. Bell will now go for 3 through a sac bunt in the bottom of the 1st and flew out in the bottom of the 4th. This brings in Miguel Everett. Miguel Everett currently 0 for 2 after a sacrifice ground out and a strikeout in the bottom of the 4th. Breaking ball in there for a strike, 0-1 count. Ruben Rodriguez on the call. Rudy Zamaripa Jr. manning the camera. On the sound monitoring here, we have Joe Gomez. It's a hard hit shot, caught to the second baseman, Matthew Stancliffe, who hatches a line drive. Replay here presented by Josh Mooney Loans. We'll go to the South Padre Island replay. They go back here to the Josh Mooney screen. A bullet shot by Everett. And to be caught here by Matthew Stancliffe. And then both infields have been dominant. Coming in here now, Kevin Goss, the first baseman. Quickly 2 away here in this bottom half of the 5th inning. It's been a speedy ball game. That one misses, goes for a ball, 1-0 count. Again, the infield for the Spartans. Taylor at first, Stancliffe at second, Womack at third, Menchaca at short. And for Ray Goss at first, Tina Hedo at second, Quesada at third, Bell at short. Again, as both infields have been exceptional today. I want to talk about someone who's been exceptional on the mound as well. Garrett McCoy with 2 strikeouts, Nick Dalvedo for Ray with 3 strikeouts, combined 9 between the two in this ball game. It's a big 2-0 pitch on the way. That one finds the outside portion of the plate. 2-1 count now sitting in. And Kevin Goss here currently 1 for 2. Struck out in the bottom of the first. He was McCoy's first K. Singled in the bottom of the 4th, and he shoots this one hard. It stays fair down the left field line. He's going to round first. He's going to try to stay put at second. That one winds up behind the tarp. That's going to be a stand-up double coming in here for Kevin Goss as he'll go 2 for 2 and back-to-back at-bats. Represented by South Padre Island at SoPadre.com. A hard hit shot. That one wound up behind the rain tarp. And still with 2 away, here's a quick meeting on the mound between Schmidt and McCoy. A bit of words of encouragement here to try to keep him going. Again, 2 away. And we've been seeing this trend all day, folks. When 2 outs quickly here, we see hits start coming alive. This brings in now the left fielder, Jack Spence. Jack Spence currently 1 for 2 after singling. In the top half of the the bottom half of the 2nd, and then doubled in the bottom of the 4th. So here we are in the bottom of the 5th. Brandon Chapa now pinch running here. Jack Spence coming in here, 1 for 2 from the plate.
Fielder number 7, Jack Spence.
And Brandon Chapa once again pinch running here at second base for Kevin Goss. Left fielder Jack Spence comes in here, 1 for 2 from the plate. All right, folks, he struck out in the bottom of the 2nd. He was McCoy's 2nd strikeout. McCoy waits a sign from Schmidt and gets it. Pitch on the way. That one in there for a strike, 0-1 count. Again, no other way than start off your next at bat with a straight strike after allowing a hit. Shows you how quickly to regain composure is Garrett McCoy. 0-1 pitch on the way. A 1-1 count currently sitting in here on Jack Spence, the left fielder on deck, the third baseman Gillen Quesada. So 1-1 pitch here now coming in by McCoy. The runner threatening in scoring position. In there for a strike, the outside portion of the zone, 1-2 count. That's Jack Spence here, the tying run at the plate. The lead cutting run now at second base in the form of Brandon Chapa. So 1-2 count currently sitting in here now on Jack Spence. McCoy deals. Swing and a miss, strike 3 called. Strikeout number 7, he got a piece of it. Walk it off, young man. Garrett McCoy with 7 strikeouts. He's a runner stranded here in the bottom of the 5th. Spartans still on top 3-1 as we go to the top of the 6th. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Where kids get cool stuff.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
when excellence in academics meets discovery on the court, in the arts, with institutions of higher education and beyond. We are the future leaders, and our success starts now. La Villa ISD, Cardinal Pride.
LEAD has relationships with multiple industry leaders. Whether you're looking for project-based work or long-term employment, you decide.
All right, get a Real Sports Live. Top of the sixth inning, leading things off the right fielder, Peyton Tuggle. He's followed by Matthew Stancliffe, the second baseman. We're back underway. So wild pitch goes outside, 1-0 count. And coming to you live from day 3 of the 18th annual Mira's Baseball Classic on Real Sports Live. Ruben Rodriguez on the call. Rudy Zamripa Jr. man in the camera. Joe Gomez also to my left. Coming to you from iconic Whataburger Field in the shadow of the Harbor Bridge here in Corpus Christi, Texas. Home of the Corpus Christi Hooks, AA affiliate of the Houston Astros. The 2-0 pitch, that one shot back to Talveda. Going to be gloved by Tinajero. The throw just in time. Peyton Tuggle will ground out to lead things off here. And again, we've been seeing constant 1-2-3s, 1-2-3s. My other side here is Gary McCoy again with 7 strikeouts and a shot back onto the mound to Nick Talveda. That one got off his glove as we show you the replay from Scott Padre. So one hopper that shot back to the mound. Got off the glove of Talveda and was gloved by Lucas Tinajero. That pitch in there for a strike to start things off now on the top of the line of Matthew Stancliffe. Matthew Stancliffe here currently 2 for 3 from the plate. Grounded out in his first at-bat, singled in the top of the third, and singled off an error in the top half of the 4th inning. So 1-1 count now sitting in here on the second baseman, Matthew Stancliffe. Nick Talveda awaiting his sign now from Everett and gets it. 1-1 pitch on the way. Hits this one hard and deep. Going back under it, but just going to stay in territory and reeled in by the right fielder, Luis Morales. Luis Morales goes under, catching that one just in fair territory. Replay on the right side of the screen, South Padre Island. Plan your trip at SoPadre.com as this brings in Tristan Menchaca, the shortstop. So now we'll go 2 for 4 from the plate is Matthew Stancliffe. Now one reeled in. I think it was going to be out of here. It was a hard hit shot. Big swing and a miss, 0-1 count now on the shortstop, Tristan Menchaca. Has some action going on in the bullpen right under the Crawford box sign. Possible closer coming in here now for the Centennial Spartans. There's a 1-1 count currently sitting in here now on the shortstop, Tristan Menchaca. But talk about Gary McCoy. 7 strikeouts here, but still action on the bullpen. If you want to keep him alive, keep him in here. It's a hard hit shot. Going to find its way in the outfield for a base hit. That one slowly lobbed its way out to right center. That's going to be a single here by Tristan Menchaca. Brings up here the center fielder, River Kurz. River Kurz currently 1 for 3 from the plate. Scoring update here now from the bottom of the third at Calvinist Field. Santa Gertrudis leading Corpus Christi Miller 7-3 in the bottom half of the third inning with runners on the corners. Santa Gertrudis already threatening in here to get some more runs after holding on to a 4-1 lead early in the game. A hard hit shot over to Jack Bell, is going to step on the bag on a fielder's choice to put 3 away. And that'll retire the side here. Runner left stranded on first for the Centennial Spartans as we go to the bottom half of the 6th. Spartans lead 3-1 over the Texans. You're watching Real Sports Live.
Uniforms, etc., you're going to find the opportunity to purchase the best high quality scrubs. Soon after I learned about how the EDC was helping out the community, and so I did meet with Ms. Castillo. She made it very easy, very friendly, and she walked me every step of the way. I couldn't have done it without their help.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
We are the Roy Miller High School cheerleaders, and you're watching Real Sports Live.
Plan your escape. Beach, bay, or both. Sunrises and sunsets daily. Memories made all day. Live music and great.
Real Sports Live, bottom of the 6th inning, leading things off the third baseman, Dylan Quezada. Be followed by the DH, Frankie Aldrete, and then the right fielder, Luis Morales, to round up the lineup. In there for a strike, evens up the count at 1-1. As we saw some activity on the bullpen in the Burleson Centennial side of things, but then again, Garrett McCoy still staying on the mound with 7 strikeouts. 1-1 pitch on the way. That one just goes low, 2-1 count. Of course, Burleson Centennial out of District 8-5A out of the Fort Worth area. If you're watching all the way from up there, hello, how's it going? Hope you're enjoying the broadcast here on Real Sports Live. That one missing, a 3-1 count now sitting in. Big 3-1 pitch on the way. In there for a strike. Now a 3-2 count sitting in here. So Quesada not going to go away that easily with McCoy on the mound. And McCoy looking to get strikeout number 8 on the day on a full count. Payoff pitch on the way. This one hit sharply foul down the left field line. One, 2 count currently sitting in. Waits his sign and gets it. 3-2 pitch on the way. This one hit hard but foul down the right field line. Lands in the grandstand. Count remains 3-2. And coming to you from Waterburger Field in the shadow of the Harbor Bridge. Off in the distance to Lexington. 3-2 payoff pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 called. Very lengthy at bat to kick things off in the bottom of the 6th. Goes the way of Garrett McCoy, who's just unleashed strikeout number 8. Continues his dominant presence on the mound here in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 11, Frankie Alderete.
So a strikeout to end the bottom of the 5th, and then one to begin the bottom of the 6th. This brings in the DH, Frankie Alderete. Strikeout number 8 for Garrett McCoy. Pitch missing for a ball, 1-0 count. Big pitch on the way. This one shot foul back. That one fouled back out of the park. One pitch here now coming on the way. In there for a strike, a 1-2 count now sitting in here. On Frankie Aldrete on deck, the right fielder Luis Morales. Morales 1 for 2. Frankie Aldrete currently 0 for 2 here. Grounded out on a fielder's choice in the bottom of the 2nd. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 called. Now he'll go 0 for 3. A strikeout number 9 on the day for Burleson Centennial's Garrett McCoy as he puts 2 away here now in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Right fielder, number 6, Luis Morales.
Strikeout number 9 sitting for McCoy. This brings in the right fielder, Luis Morales. So Aldrete will go 0 for 3, getting grounded out on a fielder's choice in the bottom of the 2nd and struck out in the bottom of the 5th. So Luis Morales comes in here as a pitch missing for a ball, 1-0 count. Right fielder Morales currently 1 for 2, grounded out in the bottom of the 3rd and singled in the bottom of the 5th inning. The 1 pitch on the way. In there for a strike, evens it up at 1-1. And what's been an exceptional day on the mound for Garrett McCoy. 9 strikeouts, looking for his 10th strikeout. So 1-1 pitch on the way. This one shot foul down the left field line. A 1-2 count now down to potential final strike on deck for the Ray Texans. Ryan Rodriguez, the top of the lineup. One-two count currently sitting in here on McCoy. As Luis Morales here trying to keep this inning alive. 1-2 pitch on the way. Now one outside, evens it up at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And as Luis Morales here trying to stay alive. 2-2 pitch on the way. And this one bulleted back to the screen. Now a 2-2 count currently remaining in. Now Luis Morales once again the top of the lineup. Center fielder Ryan Rodriguez on deck if somehow Morales can stay alive and keep this inning going. Started off with the strikeout, then another strikeout. 2-2 on the way. Hit back up to the second baseman, Stancliffe. The throw to first, going to be in time. 1-2-3 inning here. Looks like that may have been the end of the game. That's going to be the ball game. Burleson Centennial sends a message and wins this one by a score of 3-1. Final count here, 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors. And for the Texans, 1 run, 6 hits, 2 errors. Coming up next here, Burleson Centennial take on Corpus Christi Veterans Memorial. A Real Sports Live per the game, why not give it here to Gary McCoy finishing off with 9 strikeouts, a dominant presence on the mound. So we're going to stay away for a few moments. Our last game coming up, Corpus Christi Veterans takes on Burleson Centennial in our championship game with the Myers Baseball Classic. Signing out for now. For Joe Bowling and everyone on Real Sports Live, Ruben Rodriguez saying so long, but not good night. Championship game after this, and this one it's all Burleson Centennial wins 3-1 off a key top of the 3rd inning, and excellent pitching here coming in from Garrett McCoy with 9 strikeouts. Championship game with the Myers Classic after this between Corpus Christi Vets and Burleson Centennial. You're watching Real Sports Live.